Okay, now you see screen. Number 9 is the first talkative group. You see ESTP mean that even they are extrovert, they use their sense a lot, this group. They think and they use perception, mean that this is the talkative that use their feeling a lot. They show out their feeling. They are green. So they are enthusiastic, mean that not just talking, they're exciting. They show you that they want to work, they want to take part. They can be a good leader and they can make your team exciting. This is the one that you need some in your team. But it doesn't mean that they can do everything, but at least they're so exciting all the time. They also use their thinking and their perception. This is their strength. This is the group that besides they're so exciting, they also have a lot of good thinking and planning too. So a lot of time we're going to put this guy as a leader or the team leader because he talk, he have idea, he exciting. So end up that this guy always going to be the team leader. And people always select him or her to be the leader of the team. But this group of people have problem. What kind of problem they have? Because they talk a lot, they're exciting a lot, they get involved a lot, so they don't have enough time to do everything. This is the problem of this team, this group. This is, you might call Mr. Yes. Anything come in, they say yes. Anything come in, they want to get involved, but they cannot do everything. And the problem is too many commitment, too much commitment, and cannot finish anything, cannot do everything. And this is the big problem of this group. And people always love to have them in the team, in the group, and they love to join every group, every team, but end up cannot finish anything. That's a big problem for this group. But you can put them anywhere and people love this person. Now, when this group face problem, like or the straight line or the time limit, what they do? This group turn to be withdrawal and paranoia and depressed, anxiety. Well, that's very normal because you make too many commitment and you cannot finish it. You cannot do it, and people expect a lot from you, and you hurt yourself, this group of people. Now 10, this is the second group of the talkative, the green one or happy one too. They are extrovert. They use their sense, they use their feeling, they use their perception. Now this group is more feeling now. They talk a lot, they show their feeling, they laugh, they cry, they show their emotion easy. And a lot of people love these people because they make the team happy, exciting. And for most of the time, this group of people just love to give idea, love talking, but a lot of time it's no sense because they just love to talk. And everything come up, they have idea all the time, but a lot of time doesn't make sense sometimes. But we still need this group of people because they make the team happy. And sometimes you feel that they're too playful, mean that they don't take anything seriously. Well, sometimes this group of people is that way. But we still need this group of people because they bring the joy, the excitement to the team. And this group of people, you might say that they enjoy eating, talking, partying. And if you put them to plan a party for the group, they can do a good job. They love all these things. And you put them to welcome guests, they can do a good job. Now, the third group of the talkative is we call ENFP, extrovert, intuitive, feeling, perception. So they're the mix. They're the mix of the one who think and feeling, mean that this group is in moderate now. They're not so excitement, not so expressing, but they still talk. But they are more deep thinker. They can plan, they can motivate, and they can be better leader, mean that they talk sometimes. And they can love to talk, but in the same time, they can control themselves and motivate other people better. So they're in the moderate group now. So they can be a good team leader because they have the mix of a friendly personality plus deep thinker. So they can do a lot of good job leading the team to design or planning a lot of good things. It's different from the early group who talk most of the time without work, but this group balance the talking and the working together. Now this is the 12th group, also the yellow, mean that in the middle. They are extrovert, intuitive, thinking, perception. So it means that this group even think deeper. They have energy to work. In the same time, they can think, they can plan, and understand other people more. Now you can guess that this group of people are going to be a lot of leaders in the team because they have personality that most people like them. And they can work, they can lead, they can be good manager in the same time. And they can be flexible too. And this is a good quality of leader. But they can be under stress too, because people know that they can do a lot and people put a lot of pressure on them. And if they accept a lot of commitment, they're going to be under very a strong, stressful life. Now the 13th group, they call ESTJ, extrovert, sensing, thinking, judgment. Now the blue, what that mean? Mean that they're not so exciting at the first few group. They're more thinking, and they're more goal-oriented, mean that they are more of the kind of spend a lot of time planning, but their personality still they talk a lot more than the quiet group. They're still the open group.
อาจารย์คณะจะได้ออกไปก่อนนะ
Okay, บุญตา
ครับพบกันอาทิตย์หน้า
Okay. So they spend more time of planning, thinking. So they can be a good leader too. They can organize, lead the team, and be a good manager too. But at the same time, because this group have a lot of energy, a lot of thinking, they tend to be that they don't listen to other people much because they're so self-confident. So that big problem is they don't listen to other people because they believe in themselves too much. So this is the problem with this group though. But other thing, they are very good. Now the 14th group we call red, ESFJ. What that mean? Extrovert, sensing, feeling, judgment. We use the red color for them, mean that they use a lot of feeling, emotion. They explode all the time. They outgoing all the time. And they can be the group that, well, can bring a lot of excitement to the team at the same time, but a lot of time it's out of control. And they will take a chance to do a lot of things because they let their emotion guide them. And sometimes they make too quick the decision. So you see that each group will have the strength and the weakness. Each group will have the good thing and the bad thing. But in the sense that nobody perfect. And we need to know their strength and their problems so we can work with them. To work with a team, you know that each one have the weakness and each one have the strength, the good point. So we understand each other. The 15th group is another extrovert. We call extrovert, intuitive, feeling, judgment. They also put them in the red zone. You can say that a lot of famous preacher is in this group because they talk, they motivate, they're screaming, shouting, almost like a prophet. If they ground the teaching, believing in the words of God or in the way of the Bible, they're going to be a good leader a long time. But when they out of the words of God or the foundation, they can be used by devil and bring people to do all the bad thing too, because they can motivate a lot of people. They can show a lot of their feeling, emotion, and they can be like a prophet because of all their personality is that way. So you can say that a lot of heroes in the past, politicians, president, are in this group, and dictator too. Dictator also in this group. So you see that the extreme can be the best and the worst. Can bring a lot of good thing to the people, to the church, to the team, or bring curse because they are the extreme group. We don't see a lot of this, but we see it sometimes. A lot of people love them, but this group of people don't have time much to love anyone. They're busy with their dream, their thinking. ENTJ means that extrovert, intuitive, thinking, judging. This is the super extreme group. If you say the 15 is the prophet, the 16 is the super, almost like hurricane. They are the one that can bring a lot of people to follow them. They are even stronger than anyone. You might see this group of people sometimes, not all the time, because they're almost more than supernatural person. So you see that it's like the cult leader, the one who sometimes show up and people will follow them because they can inspire a lot of people. And people just, it's like a magnet. People just draw to them automatically. They talk, they speak, and they show their feeling, they show their thinking, and people motivated by this group of people, leader. They become leader all the time. Wherever they go, they become leader right away. So this is more than normal leader. You might call them supernatural leader. They have some power beyond human being. So sometimes we see these people, not all the time. They can be good and bad, extreme, super extreme. And people will follow them even to death or to bad or to good. You might say all the prophets are this group of people. Now, this is in a chart that I explained to the 16 group of people that you're going to work with. And each group have their strength, their weakness. Each group have the good thing and bad thing. And a lot of time you don't make them, they born with your personality, you born with that. So the whole thing that we learn about this thing is, so we can understand ourselves, we are one of this group. You just need to find out which group you are belong to. To know for sure is you do the test. The test will give you score and give you the point to tell you how to get it. I believe that I will put the test somewhere in the next few chapters for you to do it. But if even you don't do the test, by the guideline, you can tell who you are, or the team that you're going to work with. Why you need to know that? So you can understand them, try to work with them. Some people will show you what they think, and a lot of people will never say a word. You need to read the crew. You need to find out what they think, what they feel. So this is all the good theory to help us, but as I say, it's not 100% correct, but it can help us a lot to know all this personality. Okay, your question, your comment, what we learned today, it might be tough. Is it confusing to learn this theory?
I think I find myself, because I am some kind of, I'm the closest to the green group.
Not extreme, huh? You are not the red one, huh?
No.
Yeah, you might be surprised that people already classify you in different groups.
Yeah. Normally I feel like I'm an introvert, but sometimes people might say that I am extrovert, but I feel I'm a more introvert.
Yeah, you see, even the extrovert, there are a group of extroverts that not really talk all the time, but sometimes. And the introvert is not always quiet, but sometimes. So it depends on the mix, what you have. So you might say that nobody is fully extrovert, nobody is fully introvert, very few is extreme. A lot of us will mix with something. As I say that, in fact, it's not 16 group, we 100 of group. It's just how much you have mix of what. but to make it easy, they divide in 16 groups.
Good.
Yeah, I want you to go back and read more and try to understand some of them. Yes, Kat?
Okay, Achan, it's not very confused me, but one more thing, but I want to ask Achan in order to that two group. So which one is most valuable when we scale it, and then the theology. So for the quiet group, talkative group is more valuable. Which one is, by the theology calculate?
Well, it depends on what you want them for. You see that a leader, every church needs a leader, but we just need one. But we need a lot of followers. So for example, you need one extreme leader, but you need a lot of submissive followers. If your church have too many explosive leaders, the church will split.
Yes, yes. So by the Wikipedia, and then they calculate that is the talkative one is the worst one, right, Achan?
Well, it can be the good one and the worst one. It depends on they know themselves and they allow God to use them or not.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Achan.
Yeah, you see that everyone, if they allow God to control them and use them, they can be a good servant of God. But if they let Satan use them, they destroy the church. So the author believed that because we don't know the differences and we treat everyone the same thing, that's the problem. So if we understand each one that they are different, they have different gifts, they have different requirement to work with. If we understand them, I think we can solve a lot of problems or differences. Wow, Kong Sai, I just saw you. Where did you disappear? Oh, I did not hear you.
You're muting yourself.
Sorry, John. I was here, but I have a group coming and practice song. Have to help them.
Okay.
And then swap the words, so they're done. I come sit down. That's why I mute myself.
Okay. Let's see. This week is the 4th week for us.
Ajahn, you sent out the lecture note, right?
Yeah, I think I sent how many weeks I sent it to you?
I think first and second. I think first and second.
I think I sent to everyone the 5th chapter already.
Oh, really?
You did not check your email?
I did not check my email for a while.
I sent until chapter 5, week
Chapter
5.
Okay. Yeah, if you send, probably in there already, so I gotta check. Thank you, John.
Okay, check your email. I should send a new one to you soon for chapter 6 to 8, very soon. Okay, you have any more question or? comment for the chapter today? Yeah, sometimes it looks like difficult to understand, but read them and slowly you can get something out of it. Anything else? Any more questions?
Yeah, we cannot read too fast like Ajahn did. So for us, it's really slow learner. So we have to go really. That's why on Monday night we just go over your, lecture notes, and because something we don't understand, we discuss it. We have question, we write it down and ask you on Saturday.
Okay. And let's see what I got to say. Oh, the midterm, the final is there is many options to do it. I will explain more later on. For the project too, you look at the syllabus, you will see many options. So I will explain more. It's similar to last semester. You can do lesson plan that I give you the outline. You can fill out the outline for lesson plan, just for lesson plan for midterm and final. And the project, you can do so many things that I can help you to decide what project you want to do. Any more questions? Okay, if you need help, you can talk with me by phone, by email, or by text. So let me know if you need help in anything. Okay, if not, let's pray for today. Loving God, we thank you that today we can come again to learn how to serve you and your words. Help us to understand. We know that a lot of things too complicated, but we know that you can help us and we can serve you better and help our people and your church better. We thank you for everything. I lift up all students before you. Give them a good health, heal them from their sickness, and help the church, their people too. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Okay.